International Visitor Leadership Program is a program of the U.S. Department of State. It brings up-and-coming leaders in various fields to the U.S. for a 3-week study tour. The idea being that we are going to set up meetings with people in their professional fields to help them better learn about how programs are run in the U.S., as well as share about how their programs are run back home.
I'm an advocate practicing in Chennai. Work with child-related cases as well as domestic violence case in High Court.
Namaste, myself Sonali. My focus area is domestic violence and family counseling.
I'm always love to be able to sit down with groups that come to visit us and talk about how the collaborative work we're doing is really working for us here in the city.
It's nice to be sitting with YWCA people from there because I also participated in the YWCA.
It's a beautiful way for visitors to see the United States on a personal level, as opposed to just reading about it or seeing it on the news.
We learn so much from our visitors because they bring wonderful stories with them, and they bring a warmth that we in turn share with them.
By working on this particular program in these organizations, I'm meeting international visitors from all over the world, but they're coming on themes that I never would have thought of. Wildlife trafficking, human trafficking, silviculture, environmental conservation technologies using drone.
The number of visitors who have come through this program that are now participating, engaging on a high global level, whether that be a humanitarian or a head of state or a professional or a scientist or someone in the field of medicine. The positive effects of this will reverberate and continue to grow exponentially for decades to come.
It's such a great program that highlights our state, but also highlights world relationships.
Telling the world our story and how we do good governance, I think, is really important. And in some ways, we're a perfect test case because we're small enough where average citizens actually know and interact on a fairly regular basis with their elected and appointed officials. There's no hiding in City Hall in New Hampshire.
We love to have visitors. We especially love when we have people from other countries come and visit this very small but very important state in the country. International guests are always intrigued with that New Hampshire motto, live free or die, for death is not the greatest of evil.
You're bringing a group of people from all over the world, multiple times during the year, and you're showing that what makes this state the best place to live in probably the country, particularly in terms of institutions.
What I'm going to take back home is the kind of infrastructure they have here, especially the non-profits organization. They're really doing a great job.
I will tell you, everybody says they love New Hampshire, whether it's the smell of the air, the people in the environment, because they're all so friendly, or just the resources that we have. So we are rich in many ways, not just our resources, but our people.
New Hampshire in particular, one thing that struck me is everywhere is so well organized and developed. There's very clean, and the infrastructures or the road systems, the houses.
This is the best experience of my life so far.
Entire perception of United States of America itself has changed for me in person.
You know, Phoenix, Sedona, now Hampshire, Boston, small cities, big cities. It's been amazing.
I've always seen, like, in the movies, the culture and how does it work, and now some of the things are real, some of the things are not.
Now I have an action plan, so once I get back to Egypt, I think I have something to share or something to add to whatever I was doing and to the community, to give back.
Pro bono legal aid is something I take back from here.
I am learning a lot about how big the world is and how connected we are.
It's just a great opportunity to get to know the challenges that people from China or from Korea or from somewhere in South America, Central America, or Africa, the challenges they're having. And again, they're not so dissimilar to the challenges we have here in the United States.
You know, you have to have that ability to understand each other as humans first if you want to have institutions that work for everyone.
The part that I enjoy the most is the opportunity to get to meet the visitors, to get to know them, to build lasting relationships.
So one of the biggest things that I've come to realize in this program is that we're all dealing with the same challenges and we all want the same thing. No matter what country you live in, no matter what culture you come from.
And it just reminds you that we are all alike. No matter what our color our skin is, or what our gender is, or where we live, we are all alike.
When I see the World Affairs Council of New Hampshire on my calendar, it gives me a little bit of a boost because I know it's going to be a really interesting conversation.
Very beautiful experience, and I think it's going to stay with me for a very, very, very long time.